The UK's next big roller coaster opening next year is coming along very nicely already, with an animated POV being released showing exactly what we can expect. A lot of theme parks here in the UK are coming towards the end of their seasons and closing for the year, including this one that's been put on Rightmove. Sorry guys, just moving to my new house, theme park. And a huge theme park in America has closed after 50 years of operation and existing. God, Six Flags really need to stop taking things off of us. As you can tell, it has been a busy week, because all that and even more has happened this past week in theme parks. Yes, welcome back to the series that apparently more than 3 of you danced to the intro of, according to last episode's comments. This past week in theme parks, where I tell you everything that's happened at theme parks around the world in the past 7 days. And as per usual, there is a lot going on. So if you do want to skip to specific stories, be sure to use the video progress bar chapters below. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already too. These videos do take quite a while to research and create each week, so any support towards the channel and this series would be massively appreciated. And with all that said and done, what a week it has been. There's so much to talk about and so little time to do so. If it wasn't for the one and only quickfire segment, let's go. And once again, we are starting in Europe, arriving first in the Netherlands at Slagharen, the amusement park home to the Gerstlauer Gold Rush, not to be confused with Drayton Manor. They are now set to be getting a brand new ride for 2026, which is going to be a 30-meter tall frisbee ride. Not an Intamin gyro swing like we're getting in the UK, but a Zamperla Revolution 30. Look at me with my technical flat ride names again. Not too far away from that park, Efteling, also in the Netherlands, has finally started to finish the Baron 1898 refurbishment, which included loads of repaints and refreshes on the ride. Nothing like a rename or a retheme or anything. It's not becoming Baron 1899. But they have now opened the entire area to the public, and I'm sure the coaster won't be far behind. And neither will be the flat rides that are going in right next to it. The 3 little drop towers themed to the mine shafts of Baron that we saw the concept for earlier this year, those have actually started having some foundation work done to them, ready for them to be constructed for opening next year. Also not far away over at Bobbejaanland, they now have plans for a brand new flat ride as well, a 15-meter tall free fall gigantic splash ride known as a Zamperla Big Waves. Bit of a less technical name for that one, but there's currently only one of these in the world in Saudi Arabia, so it'll be nice to have one in Europe in 2027. Zaragoza Amusement Park in Spain, I've never heard of that in my life, will be getting a brand new family area with a cost of 1.8 million euros, and that'll be ready for 2029 or 2030. And Plopsaland in Belgium have started work already on their brand new entrance plaza, flying theatre and train station and all that stuff, and as you can see, there is massive construction walls up, and they've taken out all of those buildings on that line already, which has opened up a very odd view of Ride to Happiness's brake run. I'm excited to follow the construction of that later this year. But this time, as we fly over towards America, we're going to fly into Asia, because not only did I want to show you the brand new Disneyland hotel over in Shanghai that's being planned and how big that hotel looks, look how massive that is, and not only did I want to talk to you about this brand new Paramount Park concept art that's come out for South Korea, as you can see with these brand new images released. If you're wondering why I'm just quickly going over that, it's because that project was announced 2 decades ago. I'm going to keep my expectations low for that happening. But also, I wanted to share with you this footage of Falcon's flight at Six Flags Qiddiya testing again. Yes, I know, we've all seen that sort of big drop and the huge airtime hill too many times now, but I've actually seen some footage recently of the coaster navigating its first part of the layout, up that lift hill and then down and round a little bit. It's quite nice to see, you know, we always see that big drop and the sort of end of the ride, and now we get to see the very start of the world's tallest, fastest and longest roller coaster, manufactured by Intamin. Because as we arrive in the USA, welcome to the motherland. I do actually want to talk about Intamin and something they are going to be announcing very soon. On the 17th of November, Intamin and ETF Ride Systems are going to be making a big announcement, because Intamin posted this sort of green looking one with this very strange looking front car, and then ETF Ride Systems posted a pink looking one with sort of a car or like a DeLorean, which obviously gets everyone thinking it's Universal. And not only that, but pink and green colours very much gives the Wicked vibe, which I don't think it will be anything Universal or Wicked related, but the teaser does look wicked. I don't know what to expect. Last time we had something like this, everyone thought it was going to be Falcon's Flight, and then all of a sudden it was a family coaster with really, really cool elements on it. So who knows what this could be, but we're going to find out very, very soon. And if you want to find out what that is, I'll update you as soon as it happens. So subscribe so you don't miss that. I'll keep you updated. A theme park in America as well has started using another theme park here in Europe to advertise their park outside of the park, with a photo of Dragon Khan and Shambhala being used. Lagoon Amusement Park have announced that they will be removing Jetstar 2, a classic Schwarzkopf coaster, and it's going to close on the 9th of November, so get your final rides in while you can. Very sad to see us losing another ride like that, although we thought we were gaining a ride at Lost Island Theme Park when they posted a photo of a hole being made in the ground. What could this mean? Could it be some brand new coaster and the supports are going to start going in? The foundations for that? What is going on? It was just them planting a tree. I'm glad absolutely no enthusiast got their hopes up for that. Kentucky Kingdom have gone and announced their brand new roller coaster for next year, the Flying Fox, a Vekoma suspended family coaster. I think I predicted that last week, but no, this actually does look really, really good. It looks like a custom layout as well, which is going to be great. Manufactured by Vekoma, and sadly only has a single train. I'm not sure how the capacity will fare on that, but looks like a fun ride. And I'm sure it'll be good when it opens, just the queue might take a little bit longer if you're going. Some more Disney news, they have now showcased a little bit of what we can expect from the Animal Kingdom Zootopia show, and safe to say, like with most things that Disney release nowadays, people are not happy with it. The same could be said for the Big Thunder Mountain changes over at Disneyland California. That soft opened after its long refurbishment, and it seems like they have replaced some waterfalls in there with just misters. Gotta save where you can with Disney. And I mean, talking of saving money on stuff like that, over at Universal's Epic Universe, Monsters Unchained was recently closed for a prolonged amount of time. But with it being shut, out the front, they decided to put something there to sort of, you know, make up for it. Was it like an exclusive meet and greet? No, it wasn't. Was it something to do with the ride? Maybe like some element of story? No. It was what they like to call cornhole. Yes, no sort of themed vinyl or anything, just wooden slabs for a game of cornhole, which I can't lie, for a theme park of that caliber to do that was really quite funny. But in all fairness, Universal have been very busy over in Hollywood, building an actual world-class attraction, that being Hollywood Drift. And as you can see, we have many different videos of it testing, like we've sort of already seen. It seems to have tested full circuit, as it cannot be seen anywhere on the track now. And also, people have spotted in the station the fact the train has been changed from that camo sort of livery to the actual sort of Toyota Supra livery. And they seem to now actually be putting the proper cars on the track, which means we could see testing with them and then the rotation as well very, very soon whilst it navigates its layout going like this. Wow. Whoa. With the on-ride audio of family. It's going to be a really, really good ride, and I kind of hope if that does well, they decide to close Fast and Furious Supercharged over in Orlando and make that Rip Ride Rocket replacement something along those lines. But I'm sure they're going to do something completely different because they've already been planning it. Still, so sad about Rip Ride Rocket. And now I am very sad for another park in America, that being Six Flags America. I know, very unique name, because after over 50 years of operation, whether it be as a wildlife park or as the theme park as it is now, they have now shut the doors for the final time. And man, we can't keep losing theme parks and rides like this. But it seems like it had a great send-off, and there was many people that turned up to the park. Queues were reaching like 2 hours plus for some rides. Batwing, the flying coaster that closed many weeks ago, someone was pictured climbing up that coaster and being hunted down by security. And Superman, the Ride of Steel, one of the major coasters in the park, closed very much in Six Flags fashion, with it stopping on the lift hill, having to be evacuated, and the whole queue evacuated, and no one else could get on after that point. But other than that issue, it looked like a brilliant send-off day, and my heart will forever have Six Flags America in it, even if I never visited the park. After a long while of travelling this video, we're now back in the UK. Back to deliver some very big news for us. I mean, usually we have nothing. So this time we do, and there's some bloody big things, let me tell you that. First of all, like I mentioned, some of the UK's biggest theme parks are closing for the season, and some in the past week already have, such as Legoland Windsor, Chessington, and the main one being Thorpe Park, because the other two open for Christmas and pretty much open all their rides. Thorpe Park does not do that. But with a couple of the Merlin parks shutting down for the year, you've also got some Merlin Pass changes to the perks of the Platinum Pass. Because interestingly, if you buy a Platinum Pass now, you will get 4 free fast tracks every month, which I really hope is actually free fast track and not just the £5 or £10 vouchers that they give you. But that is honestly a great perk, and if you've got the gold pass and the platinum pass being so similar now, to have that on platinum probably makes it a lot more worth the money. Very interesting to see nonetheless. Talking of parks closing for the year, Drayton Manor have just closed their doors, but not for the rest of the year, because they obviously have a Christmas event coming up, and usually they only open Thomasland and a few smaller rides. This year, they're going big, especially with the advert they released for this. As you can see, oh, why does that man look familiar? If you couldn't tell, they are going to be opening the likes of the Wave, Gold Rush, Accelerator, all of the bigger rides for Christmas, depending on the weather, of course, and trialing that out for the first time at their Christmas event this year. They've never done it before, and also I don't think many other parks in the UK really do this, so it's really nice to have another one that's not a Merlin park doing it as well. And hopefully me saying the words this one and this one over and over again was fun for you to watch. Moving on, as you may remember quite a few weeks back now, a theme park in Great Yarmouth went up on sale and got bought and sold to another company, that being Pleasurewood Hills. And you know, that was very nice to see, a very sort of normal way of going about it. The park gets sold and then the park gets bought out. What else? That's how selling works. No one really saw it coming, and it wasn't really said about online. Lightwater Valley in Yorkshire, meanwhile, is currently on sale on Rightmove for £3 million. Don't worry, if we all chip in about 30 quid each, we'll get it. God knows what's going on with Lightwater Valley, but I'm intrigued to see if it actually does get sold on Rightmove or not. Who's going to buy it and go build a new coaster there? Me! But talking of building new rides and new coasters, the main story that's happened this past week, in my opinion, well, probably for us here in the UK anyway, is the fact that Paultons Park have started building their brand new Valgard area, and the coaster and another ride in the area have started going up and being constructed, and they've even started painting another ride. There's so much going on there, so I'm just going to take you through it all. Starting with Cobra, the Gerstlauer bobsled coaster at the park, now turning into a Raven. As you can see, they've already started putting the support colours in for the sort of brown that they're going for, and priming the track and actually painting the track the green it's going to go, and that is looking really, really nice. And fun fact, the actual support colour of Cobra, or Raven, sorry, that they've chosen blends in with the Drakon supports as well, because they want to sort of make it look like it's all part of one structure, which I think is quite cool. But we'll get on to Drakon in a minute. We're getting too far ahead of ourselves. Because also, Wildswing, the Wild Swing, unique name, has been delivered to the park and now has been put up in its full form, and it does look really, really cool. Of course, if you don't know what this ride type is, it's basically just a family top spin, so like Toxicator Alton Towers, just without the it just sort of swings outwards. It's quite a wild swing. See what I did there? But it has this nice flow to it, and it's going to rock back and forwards, and yeah, the theming looks great on it. The sort of decals, they're going to add way more to it, I would imagine, and I'm really excited to see the continued progress on that. But more so, I'm excited to see the progress on the main coaster, Drakon, the Gerstlauer Eurofighter they're building. And at the start of this week, they had the first track piece go in, and as we're coming towards the end of the past week, they've already installed quite a lot of the track, including the first inversion on it. You can see it right here in this beautiful photo. Doesn't it look great? They've been doing their own construction updates on their own channels. Hopefully I'll get down at some point this year to do one as well, because it genuinely does look amazing. Look at it. And one thing that no one is pointing out as well is the fact that this coaster has gone up so quickly, and we are still around 5 to 6 months from the opening on the 16th of May 2026. Paultons always seem to do it so well, where they build the track way beforehand and then have a like 5 to 4 month gap of just theming and building pieces around it, and I cannot wait to see what they do with this area. So much so that they seem to have also released, in the time of me making this video, the full animated POV of the ride, and we'll start showing you right now. As you can see, the indoor sort of turn round to the lift hill, there's loads of theming in there. That's going to be really nice. My Planet Coaster recreation was actually somewhat similar to that. I will take it. And then we ascend the lift hill, and as we crest over, you see the mountains in the background, which is unrealistic. How could you? We drop down into the twisted airtime hill and round into the inversion. This is the bit that's been built already, although by the time I release this video, it's probably all been built. But we keep going round into another twisted airtime hill, and then we go into like a sort of a turn there, and then we go into that stall, which is going to be really, really cool. And then into the brake run. Looks a bit jittery. It is a Gerstlauer with over-the-shoulder restraint, so you don't know if that is just the POV on there or if it's just realistic. But looking at that, it looks really, really good. Yes, it looks a little bit short, and yes, it has over-the-shoulder restraints, but I think for Paultons Park's first ever thrill coaster, to have a stall on there, and all of this theming, and that beyond vertical drop, and sort of going through and around Cobra as well. Sorry, Raven, I keep getting it wrong. And with the way it sort of snakes around that field area, I just think it's a really good starting point for a thrill coaster at Paultons. And I'm sure whatever comes next will be just as thrilling, or maybe a little bit less. Who knows? Great to see the construction going well on that, and I'll give you an update next week in next week's episode to keep you up to date on it. So subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode and any more videos in the future, because there's so much more to come. Goodbye.